changes that they made in the first half. We stuck to our guns. We stopped making mistakes. The biggest thing is we stopped beating ourselves and gave ourselves a chance to win the ball game.
Coach DeLorean Parker, what was the biggest key on dealing with the big man in the paint?
Oh man, by far he's the best banging big man in this conference. I mean, he's a load to try to stop. You know, only thing we could try to do, we tried to double him. You know, we tried to front him. You know, he's just one of those guys that, you know, no matter what you try to do, he has so much strength and so much skills that it's almost impossible. You know, and so what we did was we gave ourselves that little 3 or 4 point cushion, and every time they scored, we answered back with a bucket. And that was the key. You know, we didn't go on a scoring drought those last 5 minutes.
So it's kind of a blessing you use his strength against him to get him into foul trouble early.
Well, we did. I mean, that helped us tremendously because when they had to sit him for about 3 minutes, that was 3 minutes. My big guy was able to rest a little bit and able to control the boards when he was out the game. You know, you have to give credit where credit due. He's tough, you know, and they do a good job of feeding him down low also.
Because what does it mean that coming into the basketball game, you had to have it and then actually win it?
Well, I mean, you know, it's huge because, you know, of course, for the fact that you know that it gives you an opportunity to try to qualify for the conference tournament. But what it does, it shows you what your team is made of. You know, when you're losing the way we've lost this year, you know, sometimes old doubt creep in and say, are we tough enough? Are we man enough to overcome adversity? And, you know, I just think this win tonight showed not only us, our fans, that, hey, we can overcome adversity. You know, once we start to think and play as a unit, I think we can beat anybody.
Coach, the shooting was consistent tonight. You shot at 61% first half, 61% the second half. Talk about the shooting. Why did those shots drop like that? Was the shot selection or the team just hard?
I would like to say that, you know, we've stepped it up these last 2 weeks shooting for us practice. Every day we've gotten in shots. Every day. Because I felt like I said, you know, we got this beautiful facility and all these new goals, and we're only shooting at practice. So we put emphasis on coming and shoot an hour early in the day and then coming back practicing for about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes.
Coach, you had another big night between Marcus and Isaac. Can you elaborate on them?
Those two there, they definitely stepped up and played. I think the first half, both of them didn't have very much when you're talking about offensively. The second half, they stepped the game up. They did what seniors are supposed to do. And so that's what I asked these young men. Man, do what seniors are supposed to do. You know, don't let me have to dig deep in my bench and pull a freshman or a junior or a sophomore off the bench. Let me count on the senior. This is your time. You are supposed to carry the team at this time.
Coach, that play where Isaac Williams went back door and got a layup. Who called that play?
I called it. This is a play we call top back. We had just ran top where Isaac circled up to the top of the key on the inbound and catching it and look for the three. The pass was a little too far because he would have had an open three. So when we got ready to take it out of bounds, I just knew that they probably would be playing, especially when I played it off just perfect. You know, he played like he really wanted to circle back up to the top and backed over. And it was an exit delivery pass by Marcus, and it was a nice acrobatic shot by Ike. You know, it's just something that I seen, and it worked.
Coach, I know you're still looking forward, but some games you have some players missing, some players are playing. Last few ball games didn't have Riley with your team. Talk about Riley.
Riley right now, he's sick. He's dealing with some internal issues for his health, and we're praying for him. You know, nothing life-threatening, but it's definitely tough for him to because he hadn't practiced, he hadn't played, and so you know we just keep him in our prayers and doing the best we can to make sure we take it care of. We hoping that you know we can take care of business this Saturday. You know, and he'll be back with us in the tournament. You never know; he may feel well enough to try to practice this week. If he's well enough to dress out, to suit up, he's gonna be playing because that little guy there can give you 10 to 15 points a game.
You talk about walk-ons. You have not one but two. One's been with you since you've been here, Jabari Alex. a big ball game play tonight. Also, Lorenzo Hunt making some big free throws and giving the hustle. Talk about having two walk-ons to contribute to your program.
Oh, I mean, you talking about a Lorenzo Hunt, who a young man that didn't play last game, and he's one of those guys. He's one of those. And you can ask Marcus here, and when practice, whenever Lorenzo guard Marcus, he's going to try to guard Marcus like, hey, I'm a starter, and that's what I enjoy about him the most. He's got a lot to learn. He's making a transition. He was a forward in high school, so he never played the guard spot. And but I like because he come practice every day. If you give him 1 minute, he gonna go hard as if he's been playing on the floor 30 minutes.
Romain, you had another nice game tonight. Theodore Winsor played 24 points. You had 7 of 12. Talk about your game tonight that contributed to this win and a must-win.
I just let certain shots come to me. Use my teammates as well, and stuck to the game plan that coach drew up in the locker room. And once I did those things, I was able to get going.
All right, you had some off games and on games. The last ball games back, you've been put on. Talk about getting your shot back.
Just actually getting up extra shots every day, even the day of the game. Come in 11 every day to get extra shots up, and it's been paying off. And then I actually, before I come take a shower, get some shots on the gun at night and everything like that. And so I'm glad it paid off.
Had some runs in the ball game first half. They went up by 6. You made a 3 right corner. Phillips made 1 in the left corner. How did that change the ball game to go into the ball game into the
we
half?
had momentum going into the second half, and I mean we started off. I mean it was still like an ugly first half, but knowing that we went in the second half strong was a good way to start off the second half.
Both of you guys, both seniors, how did you get your team to keep responding, even though going down or they was catching up in the ball game?
I just tell them to stay with it. Stay with the game plan, keep playing hard, and stay in it mentally. And those things help us, get over that hump.
Coach, did your defense play as well as you wanted to tonight?
No, there were some things that we definitely could work on defensively tonight. We didn't do a good job of forcing them to their weakness going left, and so we got to do a better job of that. When we face Pine Bluff here on Saturday, forcing them to their weak hand. Defensively, we didn't rebound. They had 16 offensive rebound. So we got to do a better job defensively, boxing out and moving people out of there. That's the problem. We got to move people out of there. That's the main thing. But I want to give these two guys compliments because you can ask them, and I have no regret of saying it. At halftime, I lit into them because my expectation of them, and I knew they knew what I was talking about because they were not playing like seniors. If you see the first half, I set them down for a minute. Because I wanted them to see that, hey, man, we're gonna let this thing slip away. And then the second half, I only set them when they needed to. I think we said, did we even sit you the second half? I think like a minute, and then we said Ike because we didn't want him to pick up a foul or something. But then we right back in there. I'm gonna ride with my seniors because that's what you're supposed to. Right. You're not supposed to have to count on youngsters or whatever. You just like Lorenzo Hunt, you want them to come in and give you a minute or two to give you a burst of energy, and that's what he did. Lorenzo gave us a burst of energy while these two guys carried. Like I said, that last inbound play where the pass that he made was perfect.
Yes.
And he executed the fake and backdoor perfect, along with the acrobatic shot. It was perfect. You can't put freshmen and make that call out. It got to be seniors.
Talk about that shot because you were almost 2 foot under and you had to reverse it back over your head. Was that designed and you're supposed to get free and make it easier than it was?
Oh, well, it's actually, the play is actually designed for me to run out to the top and he throw it, he called top back, so I faked it and just to see if the dude was gonna go with me. And he really didn't bite, but I seen that he didn't really go, so I tried to go closer to the ball. And so when I caught it, I seen it I was caught under it, but like behind it a little bit, so I just angled it off the glass.
Had no concern about it going in. You knew it was going to go
Yeah, I
in.
did.
Okay. Talk about the way you won the ball game Saturday and tonight in terms of building a team for the tournament. What those two games do for this team?
Well, I've been telling these guys the whole year long. I said, man, we got the best backcourts in the SWAC, and we got the best forwards in the SWAC. When we bring our A game, we're hard to beat. That's just simple. That we're hard to beat. And I've told them, I said, man, we giving away. We the most givingest team there is. So once we start giving things away, and we just go out and take, there's nobody that can beat us. We beat Texas Southern. We beat Alcorn. You know, we proved what we can do. So we just got to stay focused. You know, my thing with them in the locker room, you know, hey, guys, great win, but I said, everything you do got to be concentrating on Pine Bluff. So all your actions think. Don't do anything that's going to cause you not to be healthy. Don't do anything that can cause you injury. Don't do anything that can cause you focus. This is what you played yourself back into an opportunity. You played because we could have easily folded the card table, packed the clothes, and said, hey, it's over, you know, we had a bad season, let's start recruiting. But me and the coaching staff, that wasn't gonna happen.
We start with you here. Saturday's last ball game as a Valley State basketball player. What do you do and what do you think about from here until Saturday?
I just want to leave out on a good note. Definitely want to leave out on a good note, you know, based on, you know, my appreciation for the fans, for the coaches for giving me the opportunity, and for all the supporters over the past 2 years that I've been here. So I just want to, you know, give them a reason, you know, for supporting me throughout this time.
Okay.
Oh man, that steal you got Saturday was the biggest play of the game to tie the game up.
Yeah,
yeah.
The layup.
Yeah, the layup
and
you got.
the steal that led into the layup. That was, you know, a turning moment and gave us momentum going into overtime.
Once again, two seniors connected. As he stole it, senior got it, had the sense to bounce pass it to him on the cut. Can't put freshmen in that situation.
So what's the motive going into Saturday for a whole long stretch
Well,
of
I'm
practice?
gonna be honest with you. We're gonna go back. We're gonna watch Pine Bluff. We're gonna see what have the other teams done to them to have success. We're gonna watch our game that they beat us the first time. See that what we did that they were successful against us. And you know, let me just put it right there. The motive is win. That's the objective. Win. You know, win. That's it. But we got to see what it's going to take to win. You know, we're going to come with a game plan, but I'm going to be honest with you. They're going to come with a game plan too. It's going to come down to do they want it more or do Pine Bluff players want it more? That's what it's going to come down to.
All right.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank y'all.